viewers. My name is Evangelist Alunge Michael, and I'm here on Q&A section with our Father in the Lord, Assistant Venerable Orolu Olusegun David. He's the shepherd of CCC Crown of Glory, Ososa community along Chihuahua area of Ogun State. Our Father in the Lord, thanks for having you here.
Thanks to God.
How long have you been a shepherd?
Yeah, since 1996.
1996. So how did you become a shepherd?
I became a shepherd working with my father when he was transferred out of Lagos in 1996 to Ijebu. So I went with him as his worker, a church worker. It was from there I graduated to become a shepherd. And at the same time, I left him to further my education because when I saw the trend of the church then, that if you are not schooled, if you are not well lettered, they will face you out of the system. So I had to drop and I go back to school. I went to University of Ado-Ekiti. Then it was Ondo State University, which later metamorphosed to become University of Ado-Ekiti, and now it is called AVSE, Ekiti State University. So I led the students there as a shepherd, after which I came back home. I wanted to go and do my normal job, thinking I've tried to play God. God said, no, we are still on it. I told you when you were going to school, show to them that you are a shepherd and work in that office. Make sure you guide people so that those that left their parents and have come to school to learn will not lose or fail their parents and fail God, which I did. So when I came back, I decided to, let me just work. But before then, he told me, if you want to work, I'll give you opportunity to go to Polytechnic. You work, you study for 2 years. I'll give you the grace to work for 5 years, and I'm going to bless you. You'll be richly blessed. But I had to talk to God, just the way I felt that I can talk to him as a father. I told him, no, please let us reverse it. Let me use 5 years in school, and I'll work for 2 years. And he gave me terms and conditions. If you will do that, then if you do this, I will allow you. Go there, do the needful. Show to them that you are a shepherd. On getting there, I did not keep to the promise. I eventually spent 9 years at the university. Strike and all those stuff. Eventually, at the end of the day, I had extra year. It was then a little boy told me, you have forgotten your deal with God. Go back to it, and it's going to prosper you. I was preparing to go for NYC when I was called that. My results was not found on the system again. They have to come back. So I had to go back. I did the needful. So when I finished service, when I went for service, I was transferred to Yola 1 alongside my NYC. So where I worked with Baba Jai. And at the same time, I was given the position to run as the bishop of my location where I served. So I work in Sele. I work as bishop of the NCCF. And at that point again, I was appointed a part-time pastor of the Redeemed Church of God.
Were you attending Redeemed then?
There was no Sele there.
Oh, okay.
So we have a small place where we hold our fellowship. So I was the one leading there.
You didn't think of establishing one there, Celestial Church Parish?
I thought of it, but I saw that establishing it will not be encouraged because I do have people around that place that will manage it.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe the people coming after you will have taken care of that.
Those that came after me, none of them were Celestial members.
Okay.
So I had to just drop the idea.
So talking about that your dad, you got the whole thing through your dad. Was your dad a shepherd?
Yeah.
And being a shepherd, were you born in the church?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. So now let's talk about the shepherd's seed. These days, a lot of shepherds seems to be the real obstacle in moving the church forward.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
It will be, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So what could be the problem?
It will be because while the seeds were growing up, they were not taught the way of the Lord. Their fathers were just working. Our fathers were working just to make ends meet, feed the family. And the children they are trying to feed are not really part of the worship. Some of them, because shepherds then don't have money, some of these children will go and fend for themselves, go and do some.
I think it's just like that in Celestial Church.
Yeah.
It's not like that in other denominations.
It's not like that. There's a provision for the pastor's children.
Seed and all that.
But in our church then, even up till now, we don't have that structure. So they were going out to look for money. So they don't really understand the church. But when we got to a particular era that people, the old shepherds were dying, some of them already built a church. They need somebody to take up the church from where the father left it. So they started calling the children. That is what I call family call. Because majority were not called by God. It was the family that said, come and take care.
Is that biblical? Family call?
It's not biblical.
Okay.
So come and take care of your father's business. So they eventually came in as CEO. And they don't care. They tell you, I will run it the way I want, not the way God has given it to us to run.
So that is the genesis of the whole problem. So what can be done? How do we salvage the situation?
To me, I will not even blame anybody that is coming up to work for God. You can volunteer to work for God. It's a good idea. But the person who is going to work for God needs to be tutored. We need to raise. This is not seminary now, but this should come from the seminary or from the pastorate. A refresher course. Especially for those that are of age. Then they need to do some seminars, time to time seminars, symposium for the young shepherds. Some of them may not want to leave their church to go and study, but we need to bring them close, take education to them.
If they are not ready to come.
Yeah, they are not ready to come. Let us take it to them. And the way we can take it to them is by, all these symposium, seminars, let us do all these stuff. They will begin to see.
Probably using CNO TV as one of the avenues.
This CNO TV should be a project of the church. But it's a vision of one person now. Who deem it fit that we need to put some things together. Let us guide our people so that they will not go astray. We can still keep them because you believe in this church. That is why you are putting up something like this for the church. Let the church as well create a media. I think the church has a media, but probably
a functioning media.
Yes.
Okay.
You should come up with it. Where we have Celestial TV. When we have Celestial TV, there are times there will be programs that will be done on daily basis to educate the shepherds
and others,
the ladies. Then they look into some other units in the church, the choir, the side men, side women, the prophet and prophetess council, the youths, and stuff like that, the children. Let me say this in Yoruba. Yoruba so we pay Thomas Shoro Konileko. We need to bring our seeds close to God. Remember, it was the seed of Eli that finished him. It was the seed of Samuel that caused him pain, right in his presence.
So that means it has been from generation to generation.
So the only grace we need to ask for now is that as it was in the beginning, it should not be now.
No.
It should not be now.
Well, people need to take a bold step in thwarting that
ideology.
Yes. Now, sir, you talked about seminary. You were part of the, I don't want to call it the fund. Let me say the past ESCO of the seminary.
Yeah.
What really do you think is wrong in that seminary? If you have to be truthful about it.
The seminary was well structured. When we got there, it was well structured. But one thing led to another. And I will call that, let me do it my own way. When it comes to the things of God, you cannot do it your own way. One, you seek direction from God. Number two, you listen to people around you. Doing things for God, you have to sieve information. If you are not sieving information, you'll be misguided. And once you are misguided, there'll be a problem. And if you are not careful, that purpose for which you were kept there be defeated. So that was what happened in the seminary.
Now, with the new management put in place by Reverend M. Fashafa, how will you assess them?
Well,
truthfully,
we went through a lot. They did some interrogation.
Were you part of the people they interrogated?
Yeah. You know, we have had so many stories on the social media condemning people in the seminary, condemning the seminary. It is not so. When you are not close to somebody, you won't know how valuable that person is. When they came close to us, they understood that we have product in this church. Then why are we here? They now saw that it is a misplace of priority. So that is what they want to work on now. So that it will not repeat itself tomorrow. Let us see who and who has a focus. Whose focus cannot be diverted easily. Let us put that person there and let others who will not for now have a position of authority support whoever is in power to get results. What people fail to understand is when you are not supporting somebody in power, you all will fail together. Let me say this again, Yoruba. If you refuse your friend to become a king, you can never be addressed as a friend of a king. And it's you call a jobber. What you lose opportunity to lose any. So when your friend or whoever is in position is doing something, appreciate, embrace, and work together with him. So thereafter, you all will both enjoy the benefit, just like our weekly benefit. There is a benefit for everything you do. It will come back to you. Because the person will see you as a supporter of his vision or a vision. Then that person will encourage you. And when encouragements start coming, you want to do more. I keep telling people, I don't want to be applauded. I don't want anybody to sing my praise, but just appreciate me. When you appreciate somebody, is going to do more. Well, when you start singing people's praise, it gets into their head and they start misbehaving.
Your word of advice for those who intend to be a clergy?
This question was asked on Celestialism platform. And I told them, I think the best thing you can do is to work for God. The best thing
so those who want to become a shepherd, those who want to become shepherds or workers for God should
embrace it.
Embrace.
And know where they are going. Get it right from the word go. If you miss it from the first step, you can never get it right. So from the foundation, get it done right.
Thank you so much, our Father in the Lord, Orolu. We appreciate you for coming. We hope we see you when next we call.
By His grace.
Thanks so much.
As long as I have the breath of life in me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's all for now until we come your way again. Still remain with us. It is CNO TV. Thanks so much.